Chapter 20 The Path. Verse 273. Of all paths, the Noble Eightfold Path is the best. Of all truths, the Four Noble Truth is the best. Of all things, the passionless state, Nibbana, is the best. Of all humans, the one with eyes of the Dhamma, Buddha, is the best.
Verse 274. This is the only path for purifying one's vision of truth. There is no other. Follow it, and you will bewilder Mara.
Verse 275. By following the Noble Eightfold Path, you can put an end to suffering. I have taught you this path, which pulls out arrows of defilements.
Verse 276. You, yourself, must make a strong effort to attain Nibbana. Buddhas only point the way. Those who follow the path and those who meditate will be freed from Mara's bonds.
Verse 277. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one gives up admiration for suffering, which is disguised as happiness. This is the path to purification, Nibbana.
Verse 278. All conditioned things are suffering. When one sees this with wisdom, one gives up admiration for suffering, which is disguised as happiness. This is the path to purification, Nibbana.
Verse 279. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one gives up admiration for suffering, which is disguised as happiness. This is the path to purification, Nibbana.
Verse 280. The inactive one who does not exert himself when he should, who though young and strong is full of laziness, with the mind full of vain thoughts, such an indolent person does not find the path to wisdom.
Verse 281. Let a person be watchful in speech, well restrained in mind, and not commit evil by the body. Let him purify these three courses of action and fulfill the path taught by the sages.
Verse 282. Wisdom arises from calm and insight meditation. Without meditation, wisdom decays. Knowing this two-way path for progress and decline, conduct yourself on the path which grows wisdom.
Verse 283. O monks, cut down the trees of defilements, but not the trees in the forest. From the trees of defilements, fear is born. Having cut down both large and small trees of defilements, be deforested of defilements.
Verse 284. As long as the underbrush of desire, even the slightest, of a man towards a woman is not cut down, his mind is in bondage, like the suckling calf to its mother.
Verse 285. Cut off craving as one plucks with his hand an autumn lotus. Cultivate only the path to excellent peace, Nibbana, as taught by the well-gone one, the Buddha.
Verse 286. Here I will live in the rainy season, here in winter and summer. Thus thinks the fool. He does not realize the danger that death might intervene.
Verse 287. Some people live clinging to and intoxicated by children and wealth. Suddenly, they are carried away to death by Mara, as a great flood carries away a sleeping village to the ocean.
Verse 288. For someone who is seized by Mara, there is no protection by relatives. No one can save him, not sons, not father, and not relatives.
Verse 289. Realizing this truth, let the wise person restrain himself with virtue. Let him quickly clear the path to Nibbana.